What is holiness? What is Kedusha? And where can we find it? It's the million-dollar question. And all too often, it seems like when Jews seek it out, they'll go almost anywhere except their own traditions. Consider the spiritual journey of Mrs. Shapiro. She crossed oceans, climbed mountains, traversed valleys to stand in the presence of the great guru of her generation. When she finally arrived at the remote mountaintop, she was warned, "You may speak only 3 words to the great master." And indeed, when she entered into the shining presence of the master, she gathered her courage, looked straight into his eyes, and said, "Shleimele, come home." Jokes aside, the opening verse of our Parsha, Kedoshim, states, "Kedoshim to you, be holy." With such an introduction, we would think that the commandments that follow would be lofty, spiritual, and sublime. But instead, the focus of the Parsha seems to be primarily on the laws that govern human relationships and regular daily life. We have prohibitions against stealing, scamming, cursing, and taking revenge, and mitzvahs to honor our parents, support the needy, and probably the most famous mitzvah of all, the Ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love our fellow Jew as yourself. What does basic ethics and morality have to do with holiness? The answer to this, I believe, requires a complete paradigm shift. In the summer of 1960, the Rebbe received a report about a Jew in a far-flung city who would come every day to shul to help make the minyan, but he wouldn't pray. He would just sit there in the back row and read the newspaper. Others reacted negatively, but the Rebbe, in his signature style, saw the exact opposite, and I quote, "I see in this," said the Rebbe, "the extreme Jewish attachment which one finds in every single Jew. Here is a person who has wandered off to a remote part of the world and has become so far removed, not only geographically, but also mentally and intellectually, as to have no concept of what prayer is or what a house of God is. Yet, one finds in him that Jewish spark which seeks expression as best it can, at least in enabling other Jews to pray congregationally. Therefore, he goes out of his way to help them." You see, the question is not what do ethics and morality have to do with holiness. It's actually the other way around. Specifically because we're inherently holy, that's why we're able to infuse that holiness into every aspect of our daily lives, even the most mundane. So the next time you spend time advising a friend on a business deal, or you make the effort to pay your employees on time, or you refrain from speaking bad about another, realize you're not just being nice, you're being holy, and you're assisting God by carrying that holiness right into this world. Wishing you and yours a Shabbat Shalom u'mevarach.